Good afternoon and welcome to TVM News. Today is Friday, September 29th. I'm Colby Hughes.
And I'm Emily Rowe. This week we have news about a community that came together to help support the Engel family.
We also have news about a malfunctioning ride in Ontario that left riders hanging upside down for half an hour.
And we'll be checking in with TVM sports anchors Don Downey and Vincent Goldschmidt to find out the latest in Marywood and professional sports.
Are you looking for an alternative break program for the spring and summer? The Marywood Office of Community Service and Social Justice is sponsoring a Spring 2024 and Summer 2024 program. There are 2 trips for Spring Break 2024. The first program is to the Mariandale Center in New York, and the second program is to San Lucas, Guatemala.
The Mariandale Center program starts on March 10th and ends on March 15th. Through this program, Marywood students would work directly to serve the homeless and hungry and learn about sustainable gardening and outreach to the community. The program to Guatemala will have 2 groups going on March 9th until the 16th. This group was a medical mission aspect for students in the healthcare professions and a community program open to all students.
The final alternative break program is offered from June 1st to the 8th. This program invites students to travel to McAllen, Texas to serve with the Arise Adelante Summer Camp Program. This program is located near the U.S.-Mexico border and allows students to learn more about the TRIM ministry. For more information about all trips, contact Alternative Break at m.marywood.edu.
On October 10th, Marywood will be hosting its 2nd annual Mental Health Awareness Day. This event is student-run and allows the community to learn more about mental health awareness through a number of events throughout the day. The schedule of events can be found on posters throughout campus, with events running from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. with a keynote speaker, Clayton Eckert, at 7 p.m. in the Latour Room in Nazareth Student Center.
When we come back, we'll tell you about how Lycoming County came together to support the family of Max Engel.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Following the death of a young Jersey Shore PA football player, Max Engel, the Lycoming County community came together to celebrate Engel and benefit his friends and family, held at the Gambo Farm Inn. Various vendors, live music, and raffles were presented to the benefit the Engel family. All the proceeds from the event will go directly to the Engel family.
In Luzerne County, a sinkhole opened up this past Sunday outside the apartments on Rock Street. The sinkhole is said to be 100 feet deep and possibly part of a mine subsidence approximately 750 feet beneath the sinkhole itself. 5 homes were deemed condemned, which has left approximately 20 people without housing. The safest course of action is said to be the demolition of the building to prevent this from happening again to residents.
The Tour de Scranton was held this past Sunday, raising awareness for those who struggle with substance abuse. The charity ride is held in memory of Erin Jessica Murican, who lost her life to an overdose in 2002. This ongoing tradition has provided a sense of community for people struggling in some capacity with substance abuse. All proceeds from the Tour de Scranton go to the Erin Jessica Murican Drug and Alcohol Fund.
Following a crash involving a tow truck and a full school bus, the Wilkes-Barre Township community is rallying around Suzanne Ent. After the driver of a tow truck had a medical emergency, they swerved into oncoming traffic and collided head-on with the bus. With a long recovery ahead of Ent, Fellow drivers with the Student Transportation of America held a fundraiser to aid Suzanne in her medical bills and recovery.
The Gambling for Good fundraiser event was hosted at the Banks at Pittston this past Friday. This event benefits the Northeastern Pennsylvania Youth Shelter. The theme for the night's event was Casino Night, and all proceeds were going directly to the Youth Shelter, which provides shelter and services for the homeless youth of Northeastern PA.
When we come back, we'll tell you about a malfunctioning ride in Ontario that left riders hanging upside down for half an hour.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. My service never stops.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
At Canada's Wonderland theme park in Ontario, riders were left dangling upside down on the Lumberjack ride for about half an hour. The ride is 2 hydraulic arms in the shape of axes that swing back and forth, even do a full 360 swing at times. The ride stopped moving at 10:40 p.m. and the riders were safely on the ground by 11:05 p.m. The park's maintenance team responded quickly, and the park reported that 2 people were medically evaluated before they left the park.
Grab your solar eclipse glasses to prepare for the solar eclipse next month. As the moon passes between Earth and the Sun, parts of the United States will be able to see the solar event on October 14th. NASA predicts that parts of Oregon, California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico, and Texas will see the solar eclipse. The rest of the states will see a partial eclipse.
The film and television industry was brought to a halt about 150 days ago when the writers of Hollywood collectively walked out. This has been one of the longest walkouts that the entertainment industry has seen. The Writers Guild has officially come to a tentative agreement with the top companies of Hollywood media, which brought the end of picketing and will be voted upon. While few details have been released about the deal, the union has stated that this will protect and help writers in each sector of the media industries.
Following the severe turbulence experienced by travelers from Ecuador to Florida, JetBlue has taken one of its planes out of service until further notice. 7 passengers and 1 crew member were hospitalized after the plane landed safely and was met by medical personnel. No further details have been released other than a statement that the plane would be inspected.
When we come back, we'll check in with TVM sports anchors John Downey and Vincent Goldschmidt for the latest in Marywood and professional sports.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training on a Friday afternoon, and the very next day he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. You don't know how much somebody can hide what's going on inside their head. Store your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Okay, here we go.
3, 2.
3, 2, 1.
COVID-19 has been a really long and difficult fight.
So when we start talking about COVID, I completely get it. It's frustrating.
We've all been impacted one way or another.
The fight against COVID is also changing really quickly.
And it's sometimes really hard to keep up.
So here are a few things we know.
We are not fighting the same virus from 2020.
Right now, new variants are a lot more contagious and need to be taken seriously.
Getting vaccinated and staying boosted is the best way to keep you protected from COVID-19 and help you stay out of the hospital.
Even if you got COVID before, it's important that you go get your COVID booster.
COVID vaccines are safe.
Much safer than getting COVID-19.
We all want this to end sooner than later.
So go ahead and do things.
Go out and live your life, but get vaccinated. Stay boosted.
We can all do our part.
And get back to living. You can go to getvaccineanswers.org for more information.
Trucks. Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
JD, another great week of sports. We love to see it.
Oh, of course, across Marywood, National Sports Big Week.
It's a great week. The Marywood women's soccer team split the week with a victory over Alvernia 4-2 before falling to Wilkes 2-1. Junior forward Riley Mulherin netted a goal in each of the matchups. The men's club had a tough week, being held scoreless across 2 matchups to Arcadia University and Hood College. The field hockey team was swept this week with polarizing victories over King's College 7-1, Western Connecticut State 7-0, and Juniata College 3-2. Senior forward Sydney Lahr was responsible for 7 of the Pacers' goals across the week. The Pacers volleyball team was able to halt their losing streak, collecting a victory over Wilkes University before losing to Hunter College on Saturday. The men's and women's tennis team head to Arcadia to square off against the Knights. Both teams have started the season with a pair of postponements and a loss, with the men's getting swept by the University of Scranton and the women's falling to Bryn Mawr College 7-2. Hopefully the Pacers can pick up some victories this week, John.
Hopefully. Did you hear about the NBA?
NBA, dude, huge news.
I can't believe
Bombshell.
It was. A bombshell has been dropped across the NBA as former Portland Trailblazers star Damian Lillard has been traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. After the Blazers decided to take the rebuilding approach and drafted a new point guard in the draft, it ultimately felt like Lillard's time was up in Portland. Then Lillard, who officially requested a trade back in July, was expected to end up in Miami, but instead is heading to his new home, where expectations will be sky high and a championship is very much realistic in year 1 for Lillard and the Bucks. Moving over to the NFL, where the New York Jets have been front and center in the media, but not for the reasons they were expecting before the season started. The Jets, who had very high expectations after acquiring Aaron Rodgers from the Packers, took a massive hit after Rodgers suffered a season-ending injury and former second overall pick Zach Wilson was pressed into action once again. After 3 weeks, the Jets have seemed to fall apart because of poor QB play and lack of maturity. Rodgers, who appears on the McAfee show every week, expressed his frustrations with his teammates and encouraged them to stay as one unit despite the struggles. On a more lighter note, longtime St. Louis Cardinals pitcher Adam Wainwright has decided to call it a career by ending the way he wanted to go as he earned his 200th win of his career. Despite Wainwright struggling badly this year, 200 wins was the goal all along for the veteran. Wainwright, 42 years old, was a 3-time All-Star, played 18 seasons, all for the Cardinals, and was a World Series champion as well. New times will be coming for the Cardinals as 2 future Hall of Famers have retired in back-to-back seasons. That's all for sports. We'll be back after these short messages.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
In Faith Horn, Michigan, a 2-year-old girl had wandered away from her home but was found just hours later sleeping in the woods and using her furry friend as a pillow. Isn't that adorable?
It's a funny story.
I like that. I'm glad though that she's like safe though.
Yeah, thank God.
Because sometimes those could end in really bad situations. That's going to do it for this week's edition of TVM News. From everyone at TV-Marywood, thanks for tuning in.
Be sure to follow TV-Marywood's YouTube page and like the TVM Facebook page to stay up to date on the latest happenings and to watch additional content. I'm Colby Hughes.
And I'm Emily Rowe. Have a great weekend.